What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part 61 of my Total Warhammer 3 modded Kroq-Gar campaign. So as we saw last time, Tlashbog has taken Xhotl, the capital of the clan Pestilence, with a little bit of help from Coxitza. That X should be pronounced as a sh probably, but I'm not going to do that because of reasons. Anyway, that worked out fairly well for us, and now clan Pestilence is probably pretty much broken. They do still have Subaton as well as the Thrice-cursed peak, but we should be able to reach them, destroy them, as well as the 1,000 Maws fairly quickly in equal measure. In fact, just out of curiosity, are we... We're not able to reach Lokhir. What about Lokhir? Lokhir is able to reach Lokhir. Alright, easy enough. I was gonna have one of these guys kill Ari Drakenfort, though. And again, what's Ari Drakenfort gonna take? He's gonna take Quetzal? Maybe. There's some units here. I'd have to have Kylok destroy that. Ugh, just a little bit annoying. What can you do? Alrighty, anyway, so what we'll do is this. Gorok to Lokhir, you march. We'll have Lokhir attack this. Yeah, I'll just try to resolve this. Other than the Bloodrack Medusa, I don't think that this is going to be a very interesting battle, and besides, Kroq-Gar is right beside Lokhir Fellheart, which is going to be an interesting battle. So, let's just do this one real quick. Auto-resolve, nobody dying by the looks of it. Hopefully the dinos don't get ripped apart by the auto-resolve as they usually do. A little bit of damage, but nothing too bad. We will take the money. It's a decent amount of cash after all. And there we go. Alrighty, Dawnstone. Yeah, another Dawnstone is always a nice find. Ari Drakenfort will still need to be taken out. Hook the Arrogant, I've decided I was going to put into Gorok's army. So what we can do, I guess, is take the Skink Chief out. Wait, can you actually leave the army right now? No, you cannot. Okay, fine. Hook the Arrogant, just go right beside Gorok right there. We've also got some tech thievery to do while we're here. Let's do a little bit of the moves in the admin and whatnot, and then we'll move up. We'll move up to Lokhir after that. Oh, hello, Marcus. What are you doing there? Ah, tech thief. Why must you fail? I guess you're only at level 6, but still, it's rude. Our tech thieves have just not been very successful this campaign thus far. Ghost Specialist, you want to try to block Marcus, I guess. You gotta move up north anyway. Watch him die immediately.
Agreed.
There's a decent likelihood Marcus is trying to go for Quitex or for Chuck. Well, at least that block worked, although I'm not sure that it actually stops him from doing all that much, but nonetheless, better than nothing. Then... oh, you're able to reach Thrice-cursed peak and Subaton, but I guess we'll send Lokhir to Subaton, Gorok to Xhotl, and Tlashbog then to Thrice-cursed peak. Paragiol, you do need to transfer, but that I believe you can do. So here's how this will be done. Tlashbog to Thrice-cursed peak, ye go. And we gotta watch out for Nurglos doing something annoying to an undefended territory, but yeah. Pyrrhic victory, but... I mean, we could fight this, but we literally just won a battle that's much harder without too much trouble, so I don't think it's worth our time, to be honest. And we can auto-resolve this. Besides, the endgame scenario approaches, and we have clearly some much harder fights to come. Let's move Paragiol up. Assassin. I'm gonna send you southward. You're gonna start moving towards Zinchen territory. Paragiol, I'm gonna need you to transfer these 2 Basties to Tlashbog and trade for these skink cohorts, like so. Everything else is more or less fine, though we will need to take out one of the Saurus for a caster, I guess, but I guess we'll do that later. Especially because you guys are going to be right beside each other for now, so yeah, that's fine. Alrighty, then, this Brahmaxorus is going to move towards Tlashbog's army and join that, which will nearly complete the army. Coxitza, we could send you to Quetzal. We could try to have you together with... Let me think about this. Wait. First of all, you guys need to be in channeling stance so that you don't cost us insane amounts of money per turn. Man, 14,000. They're getting really low. I'd really love Ari Drakenfort to be really dead. So let's move you here. Let's see if we can't force the fight. I don't know if it'll work, but ideally. I wonder if the tech thief here, who does still have 3 turns, might be able to... block the army. Give it a try. And then head up north to try to annoy Marcus. Oh, of course. What the frick? Why? It's a game. What? Why? What did I do to deserve this? Nobody answered that. Fencer's Blades. Why do you have Fencer's Blades? You're not really a fighter. I mean, you are a fighter because you're a leader of his comedy or whatever. Let's have you attack Area Drakenfort. Let's see if this is possible, or will he run? He will not run. Lovely. Fairly well, Larry. We are going to, I guess, exterminate because the other stuff is worthless. Hey, perfect vigor on Kylock, and the Awakened finally destroyed. And, research rate +5. God, what did we get from that? Ranked up in a region with walls building. We have like 2 of these. We've had like 2 of these throughout the entire campaign. Not a lot, certainly. You currently have the Maiming Shield. You know what, just keep those for now, though we'll probably be swapping those out later. You guys, I guess, can travel together for now, though Coxita was probably going to be captaining this army back here. Well, not that army, but the army that's nearby with all the Razor Dawns. Which means this Lord doesn't necessarily need to be here, and we can disband and resummon. Maybe we should do that right now. And just to start moving. It sounds like you're going to be needed here right now, at least I don't think. What are the defenses like here? I mean, they have defenses, but they're nothing crazy. And these guys do have mages. So it's not... Yeah, alright, we'll do that then. Kylock, swap out these units, take these. You are going to go away for now. We'll get you back in however many turns it takes to get you back. In fact, let's just double check. Does Sign have any reduction on the turns? 5 turns. I would have preferred it to be a little bit less, but it's okay. You can go into channeling and then start moving out towards Itza and take any spillover out of the armies there. Then, Fragile, are you? Okay, no, you're fine. Thrice-cursed Peak will auto-resolve you. Close Victory and ooh. Unit causing fear. I think everything here causes terror other than the Saurus. Which I guess means we're gonna pop the Gleaming Pennant on you. I guess we could give the Saurus Scarbat magical damage. And the Wailing Banner on... You know what, actually, you know what? Let's have you have the Wailing Banner. Honestly, we don't actually need the Gleaming Pennant here. Should probably replace it with something. But just for the auto-resolve, just pop it on. I don't care. Auto-resolve. Don't screw us on this auto-resolve. A little bit of damage, but... Still, I don't think it was worth fighting. Occupy, like so. Another Luckstone, another Hibernation Attendant, and no items. Well, other than the Luckstone. I lied. Alright, that's fine. And just Subaton remains, which we will hopefully be able to reach around. Oh, we'll be just out of range. You gotta be kidding me. You can't go into March stance either. Is there any way to increase your travel range? Just slightly, Kanoskir. You already have Route Marcher. Let me check the ancillaries here. Do we have something? Man, all these rat spawn sacrifices are going to go to waste. No, this is not useful. Fan Waver is useful, but it's not what I'm looking for right now. Astronomer. Administrator, plus 10%. Is there another thing? Is there another 5% that we can get out of something? No, it doesn't look like it. Alrighty, let's hope that when the new turn arrives, that this will be sufficient to actually move there. Huh. Because currently it doesn't look like it changed it at all, but that might, well, change next turn. You can't actually increase the speed at all, can you? No, it doesn't look like it. Well, I guess we'll see. If it takes an extra turn, it takes an extra turn. What can you do? Okay, next up, Fregnus here is moving towards Timakenzi, who is going to move all the way back here while you are moving closer. Speaking of all of our new skink armies, we're going to need Tehenuan down here as well. Alrighty, and I don't know what Fregnus is going to do, but frankly, it's not super important right now. You, Tehenuan, can you go after this arc? No, you cannot. I can probably just leave it alone. What's the likelihood that they can take out the Bloodhall? I'm gonna assume it's not super big. I'm just gonna hope not. Alright. March stands for you and then start moving down. We'll see what he does. He's by himself right now. I guess if he starts moving towards it again, we'll summon a temporary lord there. Ooh, 97 alignments. Well, we do have alignments to spend, so spend them we shall. Right here. You guys need the Blessing of Xhotl or Warpaint of Xhotl, ammunition and reload time. Yes, Talantula is generally rather better, but for Mazdamundi in particular, who will be relying on buffing Bastillodon with solar engines, we will take the Warpaint of Xhotl to upgrade that even further, leaning into it essentially. Same thing, Warpaint of Xhotl with you, more magical resistance reduction for any enemy nearby, and thus more damage from Mazdamundi. You are the army that the Lightsland will be leading. You're going to move down here towards the Deadhead Monoliths, and the rest of you I think are fine. Double checking Saurus Scarvets, but they're terrible. We, I guess, don't need to mill them for now. You will also need to start recruiting more regular Saurus, because this army needs Saurus. So let's start with, I guess... I don't know how many we need. Well, just start with 3, because you don't have space for any more, and then we'll see what else otherwise. How much do those guys cost to recruit, by the way? Not that much. Alright, that's fine. And it's because you have a fairly significant reduction in your recruitment. Yeah, that's good. Alrighty, Kroq-Gar, well, you'll fight in a bit. Is there anything else that we need to do? I'm not going to build buildings right now, I just want to move all the armies around before we fight, Lokhir. Tic Tac, let's see what's at Castle Carcassonne, shall we? Oh no, is this a Doom Engineer or is this a Skaven Plague? Honestly, I don't even know what's worse at this point. Pyrrhic Victory. I mean, it's a decent stack. We could fight it. I'll think about it. Mostly because we already know that Tic Tac Toe will just absolutely destroy it, and the enemy will stand absolutely no chance whatsoever. I would like to move Chameleon in here, and I know that these guys do have those nukes, but... And I'm not entirely sure if Data N is in range here. It would be just swell. Oh! Ha! You sacked it. Okay, so here's what we'll do. We'll occupy this for now. Just temporarily. Yes. Then we'll occupy Castle Carcassonne and hopefully Quenelle as well. Trade them both, or 3, whatever, to the... Oh, damn, there's another army here. I didn't see that. It's all Skaven slaves, though. What do you have in terms of defenses here? Some. Are you able to, in March stance, reach Bilbali? You are not. Not sure I like that. Oh. And you could go into March stance, and then you could besiege Bilbali. Oh, I don't like that at all. I might need a temporary lord here. Strong would make you a decent fighter, and there's no way they'd bring you down. Yeah, alright, fine. 2,000 gold, though. Ugh, it hurts. It really, really hurts. But what can you do? Alright. Kowal number 3, I believe. So many Kowals. Let's give you... I mean, you're strong, so we'll probably just have you essentially follow an army around. Let's get you Root Marcher, probably gonna ignore Inspiring Presence. Let's just get you Blade Master, Thick-Skinned, Foe Seeker, Blade Shield, Scarred Vet, Wound Maker, and Deadly Onslaught. We do still have enough to get one of these. Could do something like Blessing of Quetzal for the extra armor and resistance. Or we could pop Blessing of... where is it? Wait, what? Was there not a bless? Oh, it's this one. A Blessing of Choteg gives the settlement buildings plus 2% all faction-wide. I think we tested this last time and it was about plus 300 gold extra, which wasn't too bad. I'll think about it. It depends on if we actually keep this guy around or not. The problem is this doesn't give him too much, although the extra 1,000 HP isn't too bad. It's definitely worse than the armor and the weapon strength. Man, these guys get so hard as their base damage. It's quite ridiculous. And hold on to the rest of the points. I doubt that they'd be able to bring you down anyway. You may not be a perfect spawn, but you're... well, you're perfect in my eyes. Alrighty, let's... This is a wholesome episode. Fell Cargo and Shipwreck. Right, let's have you quickly auto-resolve these. And then start moving towards this stuff. Here and... oh, Captain's Chest. Hey, wax sealed rations, free money. And to Shipwreck, I guess you're going to take a turn of attrition, but once again, not a big deal. Oh, are you able to... You're not able to reach this? Damn. And that's a crying shame. You are still waiting for your army to be completed by Varenagor, which is getting closer. And just a little bit further. I might actually have Kowal go to the Galleon's graveyard if there's no army there, and we could take it out with Kowal. And that would be just fan-freaking-tastic. The only thing is, Kowal is missing heals. He needs a... well, that's why we're bringing him Varenagor, but he does need, I think, to get probably the Chameleon Skinks replaced. 2 healing crystals, maybe another Basti with Solar Engine, and then... maybe another Kroq-Gar leader of some kind, or possibly more Kroq-Gars. We do have extra Blessed Kroq-Gars from Tehanaman after all, but anyway, let's see what else we gotta do. Tic Tac Toe. Yeah, well, I'll think about attacking with you or not. Pyroxy, alright, your ambush of Vlad failed. You just need to succeed one turn. Why is it being foiled every time? If it happens a couple more times, I'm just going to give up and just send Pyroxy, well, to attack Vlad, but also to move up north and start annoying Archaon. It's just that this stuff is so far away from us that I don't want to move so far right now, obviously because of the issue of the endgame scenario. You 3 are going to attack Grimtop, but I think we'll actually have to manually fight that, so I'd rather fight Kroq-Gar's battle, so we're going to do that right now instead. Alrighty, Battle March stance, we do have points, but I think I'm going to only assign the Lord Kroq points, because those are the most important ones. We do have a decent amount of Slan now, so we could get the melee attack bonus, though it's not a huge deal. And some Magic Power Reserve, I mean, once again, everything in his line is good. Hex area, effect range infinite. Oh my. One casting. That's pretty decent. Alrighty, let's do... I mean, both of these are great. Let's start with Iron Will. It's not like slowing down the enemy is going to matter all that much, because, well, this army is disgusting. Here we go. Lokhir, time to face off. You're gonna run, I bet? Yes, you will, because of course you will. Alrighty, close victory, low casualties, I'll bet. Let's pop the Banner of Eternal Flame on you guys, so now we have a lot of bonuses. Wow. Kroq-Gar without buffs. Without buffs, mind you, hits for 1.5k. Yeah, he's starting to get pretty ridiculous. And we could get him even stronger if we were able to remove the Medallion of Uxmak or Ushmak, but, man, it's hard to say no to that campaign movement range plus 50, yeah? Oh wow, you have a lot of these available to you, don't you? May have to make good use of our Shield of the Old Ones, but either way, I don't think the enemy stands much of a chance. Here we go. Alrighty, here we go. Should be a fairly decent fight. Now, the enemy army itself isn't all that crazy strong, though it does have some nice units like the Helldrakes here, who we have not yet encountered in this campaign, plus they look pretty nice. I'd love to see how they stack up against our own units, plus they are a reptilian unit. Too bad we can't get Dark Elf allies, as it would be nice to get them in our own army. Yeah. These guys and salamanders and all that sort of stuff, mostly because of the color scheme. These guys don't do fire damage because they're a little sort of like mini sea dragons. Well, related to sea dragons anyway. Anyway, Lokhir himself is going to be the most interesting part of this because he's pretty darn strong. He's got 1k weapon strength, and in fact his stats are nearly on par with Kroq-Gar in some ways. Kroq-Gar is generally stronger in everything but melee defense, but generally also not by a crazy amount, although the weapon strength is a pretty major difference, to be fair. But once again, melee defense is low. But on the other hand, he does have a lot of defenses in terms of his physical resistances and his ward save and such, so who knows. Anyway, we are advancing pretty simple sort of Saurus column up front with Lord Kroq commanding the infantry, or depends, I guess, how you look look at it, the infantry protecting Lord Kroq's withered form. Otherwise, we have the tip of the spear being Kroq and his Carnosaurs, the other dinos following up with Teto Echo right after them, and then on the flanks we have our Cav moving in as well. So, and that's about it for the setup. Here we go. Let's see what they've got. We're going to separate our heroes, where Kroq is going to head directly for Lokhir. The others are going to try to find other targets. What is this net thing that is on him? Is it just a... oh, vile net. Okay, so you're actually unable to move now. Well, that's a little bit unfortunate. Hopefully Lokhir is actually willing to fight him rather than just sit there. I'm going to pop a Curse of the Midnight Wind on most of the enemies, not so much to help Kroq, but rather to help the other units out as well. We've also got our Horned Ones and our Regiment of Renowned Tichiwichi's Raiders moving in here, attacking these Helldrakes, and I guess while Kroq is too busy to hunt down Lokhir, who is actually at about half HP by the looks of it, over there. Alright, looks like the first of the Helldrakes are down, and Kroq can move once again, so back to the duel that we've been trying to get here, hopefully before the rest of the armies arrive, mostly because we don't need help. It's also very nice to see two big boys facing off, as in two lords with strong mounts here. Seems like a fairly even duel in that regard at least, but not so even in the regard of HP. Discrepancy. Looks like Lokhir will get brought down by Kroq, and Kroq is more or less fine, still has about 11k HP. Man, these guys have a lot of HP when you get the buffs up, and his stats are looking pretty good, and that's 1.8 without any of his buffs up, so we could get that up even further. Wink, especially with not only buffs but also auras and other sorts of stuff. Anyway, let's take care of the rest of the army. With the Lokhir dead, I don't imagine they stand much of a chance. Lord Kroq popping off some of those Deliverance of Itzas and killing off a few of these. I think it was. Wait, was that a unit of? Okay, yeah, it was a Reaper Bolt Thrower crew. I was thinking of the Corsairs, but yeah. Anyway, the rest of the enemy is getting quite overrun. There is a Charybdis over here as well, and it has managed to damage one of our heroes per dot, though we didn't watch that because it wasn't as interesting as the face-off between Kroq and Lokhir. And now it seems the Charybdis will indeed get brought down. Otherwise, our cavalry appear to have done well. They destroyed, well, like we saw the Helldrakes on one side, and they repeated the same thing over on this one, and that's about it. Alrighty, battle is ours. We don't technically have to chase anybody down because we have managed to, well, I guess they ran, so yeah, the army will be destroyed. Kroq is just gonna go ahead and kill off this Manticore just because he can. There we go. He wanted to make sure to bring down at least another monster because, well, Lokhir just didn't have enough of a fight in him. Yeah, alright, Kroq. I missed watching you fight, buddy, and damn it if he doesn't look fantastic. Look at all that glorious armor with the spear and the hand of the gods and whatnot. Fantastic. Alrighty, we'll see more of him, I'm sure, as we continue attacking the various enemies that are currently occupying Catha. Alrighty, a nice little fight for us, though very much a decisive victory. One of our Saurus Scarvets did take a little bit of damage to the enemy Charybdis, but otherwise we did fine. Was kind of impressed with the ability of the Helldrake pack to face off against the Horned Ones, but other than that, nobody did a crazy amount of damage. We are going to take the money. Another 4k is very much wanted and needed right now, and the defeat trade is, yes, 25 5% missile resistance. A fantastic defeat trait that, frankly, I'd love to get on every single Saurus Lord because it's just too good not to have. Village is not near enough to us to actually attack us. We're going to march down south to Hanyu Port and then towards Shenwu afterwards, and then maybe hunt down Village if we can. I'd prefer not to have to hunt down all these little tiny Lokhir armies with Kroq-Gar in particular, because he has, let's face it, much better things to do. You're going to proceed to Mount Thug next turn, and we will for now ignore Haunted Forest, mostly because I don't want to deal with it, although it does depend on whether we want to just trade all of this stuff to Cathay as well. I'll think about it. Obviously not the Dragon Isles, because it's a very worthwhile province to have, but I don't know, the other stuff may be worth trading. I guess you were the one that I was going to recruit? You could actually act as a sort of backup fighter until we delete you if we really wanted to. Well, 6 is kind of meh for the same price, and you'd at least have a Karn, so yeah, you know what, fine. We're gonna go with you, but we're going to use you primarily as a recruiter. Or actually, we're probably going to replace you with the Life Slan anyway. We can always reset your skills. So for now, let's go Bonded Service, and we'll pop up Draft Master as well, and maybe even to Renowned and Feared. Why not? Let's get you. Out of this, I guess it doesn't really matter. And Draft Master, Geomantic Sustenance, and Lightning Strike, and then Renowned and Feared were the main things we wanted. I don't believe that anything else here helps us, but we can go for Blessing of Chotek for now. And just for the extra little bit of cash, to counteract the fact that we have you on the field. Nothing here, I believe, increases our recruitment unless I'm mistaken. I just want to double check it just in case. This is recruit rank for Saurus, but you're not going to be building Saurus, so that's fine. Alright, let's do that, and then we'll have you recruit some Feral Cold ones here, and just some simple units. They're actually surprisingly expensive for how, well, weak they are. We could do some global recruiting of some, for example, Chameleon Stalkers to help out. What about some... well, we already have Fireleech Bolas nearby, and they take 2 turns. At least Chameleon Stalkers take only the 1. And so do the Skinks. And they're actually not much more expensive than the Feral Cold ones. Alright, let's do that. I just want the basic army sort of to be able to move around here. And help out. Anyway, with that, only a couple turns and then we'll be able to get the army moving, which will be great. Alright, just gotta make sure that it doesn't run into anything that's actually tough. Next up, Enki Benki, rather, not Enki Benji. Close enough, though. Let's move you towards the Tower of the Stars. Sun is over here, I guess, somewhere. Yeah, alright. And are we close enough to have discovered the faction? Maybe. Hard to say. Let's see. Where are we? Torellosaur, yes indeed. Will they trade with us? Yes indeed they will. 15.8, that's quite nice. Let's go non-aggression pact, let's go military access, and you know what, while we're at it, would you be able to join our war against Oracles of Tzeentch? 3.3, oh lovely. You will, and you know what, I guess let's just go just Oracles. Give them a target to focus on. I don't know whether this faction is actually ever going to bother fighting anybody. I don't know if the faction actually can, or whether it's just programmed to sit there because it's aloof, right? Guardian and aloof together probably means it won't move, but who knows? Plus, free trade is free trade. Let's do that. Propose offer. There we go. And I guess at the end of the day, if we can get a defensive alliance going with them later on, that'll be access to more Elven units, should we desire some Elven units for whatever reason. Ghost of Pahwaks, no, we're not going to do anything there. Just checking diplomacy while we're here. And other than that, we're looking okay. Okay. Anything else interesting here? Tic Tac, yeah, we got to attack with you, I got Tic Tac with you. Mazda Mundi, yes. What do we have going on up here? Oh. Well, we can't deal with you, or rather we could. Wait, can you actually reach him? No, you can't even reach him. We could try to move closer with ambush stance. The problem is if we move closer that way, Morathi will just sail out and move closer to the Monument of the Moon. So we're kind of screwed either way. And once again, we're going to reclaim all of this territory later, but I'd rather not risk Mazda until he has his army, which is coming. We can't teleport it, but it's coming. In March stance, would you be able to reach this? You would. If only you could reach Swamp Town. I'm just wondering if it's worthwhile to risk it, but probably not. You know what? Just return to the Monument of the Moon. In fact, wait. Just go into channeling stance and just go right here. Gotta keep everybody in a stance that makes them not cost so much money. I'm gonna double check that. Alrighty, delete, you don't need to move, although, did I check the new heroes this time, or was that last episode? Okay, I guess that was this episode. Yeah, alright, so Recruiter Locke still needs to recruit just a little bit longer. Kiko Aka, you're the new recruiter? No, you're this guy. Oh, right. Can you reach Rimtop? Yeah, okay, we'll do this manually real quick next time. And speaking of next time, unless I'm mistaken, we're pretty much out of time. At the very least, we're out of time in terms of battles that we can do. And well, we can do the admin. I'd rather do part of it between the episodes so that we can minimize it at the start of the next episode instead. So, and I'm going to call it here. Next time, Kroq continues to hunt whatever he can find here. We will try to get the ambush going with the... with Pyroxy and Vlad, hopefully, finally, but more importantly, by the looks of it, we should be able to destroy both of the 1,000 Maws and the Skaven as soon as we end the turn, which will allow our armies to split off towards the Oracles and towards the Hunts Marshal. We really need it. We're definitely in a time crunch now, so it's getting a little bit concerning. Anyway, stay tuned for the resolution of the Lustrian problem at the current time. Don't forget to leave a like and comment. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.